organizational development, performance management, and HR systems and analytics. She has traveled extensively and understood the importance of cross cultural collaboration for the success of the enterprise. She has traveled to countries like the United States, Belgium, Spain, France, Germany, Macau, Singapore, China, UAE, and Russia. International travel has helped her to build a cohesive and collaborative work environment that brings high synergy in the work culture. She is also a health enthusiast and have learned natural healing techniques like Reiki, pranic healing, and psychotherapy in healing any ailment. She is an ardent follower of Louis Hay, author of Heal Your Life. I'm so honored and excited to have such an incredible woman among us, and I'm sure you're all feeling the same too. Thank you. Over to Srimati.
Thank you, Vilakya. I feel super honored and privileged to invite our chief guest, Ms. Vijayalakshmi Subramaniam, Associate Vice President, Payoda Technologies, to facilitate the gathering. Please, ma'am.
Thank you for the warm welcome. Um, Happy Women's Day to all of you. Am I audible
Yes, ma'am.
to
Ma'am,
all
you are
of
audible.
you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Feel very young because I see a lot of young people like you around 100 here, and I think a few in YouTube also that are watching this session. It's very really nice to be around you today. So I have a deck, but before I start off, I just want to ask a few questions, right? Today, I thought we'll talk about powerful women, right? What do you think is power for a woman? You can type in the chat box or you can unmute and speak as well. But after that, I don't think I'll ask more questions. This is just an icebreaker. Can a couple of you put some responses on the chat box, or you can unmute and speak as well. What is power to you? There are no response. Okay, let me start presenting. Hope I'm audible. So as a woman, right, we have so many things. We have work life, we have family life, we have a lot of things. You may wonder that why we are giving so much of importance, because we are so powerful. That's why so much of importance is attached to it, right? And most importantly, if you look at, we have few world leaders like Malala, who won the Nobel Peace Prize last year. She says that there are two powers in this world. One is the sword, the other is a pen. And there is a third power, much stronger than both. That is woman. That's what she says. So I think each one of us should feel so good and so powerful that we are born as women today, right? And most importantly, I must say that it's not about just even thinking that I'm born as a woman. And most importantly, today we have been educated by our parents, right? I think for that we have to be really thankful, and we have come into a college which is really celebrating you. How many colleges today have the time to sit and celebrate all the occasions, and your college has taken the efforts to ensure that all of you get together and celebrate this day together, right? So can we give a good round of applause to the college? Can you all give a clap? Maybe you can unmute and clap and then mute as well if you want. Okay, so I'll move on. Before I move on to the next one of the things that I want to also ask you is what really gives you happiness and what really makes us very powerful. If we are powerful, we are really happy. That's when we can be very powerful, right? So if we have to be powerful and happy, we need to definitely have that gratitude. What is gratitude? Gratitude is nothing but being thankful to what has been offered, right? For example, even today, that we are up and we are alive today. The first thing that I saw this morning when I opened my mobile, the first thing I saw was my friend's dad passed away, right? So that's what I saw this morning. But you know what? We are all alive now and we are all together and we are all celebrating this Women's Day. So there are several other lakhs and lakhs of people that do not have the opportunity to see this incredible day. But we have the opportunity to see. So for that, definitely we need to be thankful. So there are several hundreds of reasons that we can talk about that why we need to be thankful, right? I think it's extremely important that we need to thank Mother Nature and also our parents who really brought us into this world for giving us the opportunity to live this incredible life so well. And today we have the luxury of mobile phone, we have laptops, you have systems, whatever, iPad, iPod, whatever we want. So many gadgets we've got. If you just move backward maybe 20, 30 years back when I was doing my college, I can just relate only to that. We didn't have the opportunity to use a mobile phone. We didn't even have a mobile phone back then. We had only a landline phone, and we used to be so proud if we have a landline phone at home. There were days that when landline phone was introduced, and we used to go to somebody else's house to make a phone call to someone. So that those were the days that we all crossed by. For most of you, you may have seen phone right from the time you're born. So it doesn't appear to be a great thing for you because back then it was a luxury. Today it's become like an indispensable thing, right? So with this world, when you have too many things around you, when you have so much of access to information, the other thing also is you do not know what to take, what not to take, because there is a lot of information overload on all of y'all, and we get into the whole confusion of what is right, what is wrong. We don't even know, right? To that extent, we are so bombarded with things, right? Every single day we have access to, the moment we open our eyes, before even we switch to something else, we immediately open. What do we do these days? We open our phones. We immediately go into the WhatsApp messages, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, whatnot, right? So we have access to so many things, but I think first and foremost thing that we need to definitely do every single day is, thanking nature for us being alive and us being able to do something good, contribute something good for our own self and for others every single day. So for me, gratitude is a very, very important trait to be in powerful, right? So I just want to play this video. Please tell me if you're able to hear the volume. I personally am more backward, but I got a girl child from the street, and I could see in the face of the child that the child was hungry. God knows how many days they have not eaten. So I gave her a piece of bread. And the little one started eating the bread crumb by crumb. And I said to the child, eat the bread. Eat the bread. And she looked at me and said, I'm afraid to eat the bread because I'm afraid when it is finished, I will be hungry again. This is a reality. Maybe we are not hungry for a somebody there in the family who is unwanted, unloved, uncared, forgotten. It's love. Love begins at home. And love to be true has to hurt. And this is what I bring before you. To love one another with great love. How was this video? Did you enjoy this video? Can I get some response? Okay, let me move on. I just hope everybody is watching this. So, as I asked before, what is happiness for you? Are we able to enjoy the little things that we have? Mother Teresa talked about very important component called love, right? What is love for us? What is love? It's very important that we keep complaining about this person does not like me, that person does not like me. The most important thing that we need to definitely ask ourselves is loving our own self. We have to love our own self. Self-love is the most important form of love. And I think if we don't allow ourselves, we will obviously be getting attracted to people that don't like us, right? So I'm a big follower of Louise Hay. Louise Hay is a person. She is from the United States. She has healed just even her cancer through positive affirmations. What are affirmations? Affirmations are very positive statements. She starts her day and she runs the entire day through positive affirmations. Most of us, we go into the cycle of always being negative. So our thoughts are very important, right? In order to love ourselves also, it's important that we need to be positive. Only when we are positive, we will be able to attract positive people in our life. And most importantly, we'll also be loving ourselves, right? So the other important thing is we saw on gratitude. And I must say that, when we journal everything, what do you mean by journaling? Writing down things, right? Every single day, when you start to journal things on what are some of the things that you are very happy about today, which you are thankful today. For example, this morning, the first thing that hit me was, I'm so thankful. Maybe I did not realize that much until now. But when I heard that my friend's dad passed away, I was able to make out, okay, so we got another bonus day. So we need to be happy. We need to be thankful for that. So that, that way we can keep writing our gratitude journal every single day. What we are thankful for every single day, what are the things that makes you feel good, and what are some of the things that you're very grateful for that day. You may have even got a call from one of your old friends, so even for that you can thank. And or maybe you got a seat for post-graduation, or you got a seat into a college, or you got into a course, or you graduated, or you stood first, whatever, right? There are several ways to thank, and please write it down. The moment we start writing it down, we will definitely feel how powerful we are. So that's why I'm telling you, each and every single day, start to write what you're very grateful for, right? And also write what are all the challenges that I'm facing and that I'm learning from those challenges. What are some of the things that I'm learning from the challenges? Because always we should remember one thing, right? Why is diamond also is a stone? And why is diamond not lying on a street? Why do we keep it in a bank locker? Or why do we cherish so much? And why do we attach so much of value to diamond? Because it goes through so many pain, and that's precisely why diamond today is considered to be one of the most unique stones and very precious, very powerful. But when we go through challenges, most of the times what we do, we always crib. We always say, hey, why it's always coming to me? I always face challenges. These are some of the things we constantly say. But rather, when we get challenges, let's thank those challenges. Let's thank those challenges and try and see what am I learning from these challenges. The moment we look at the other perspective of the challenge, the pain of what we are going through will gradually come down, right? And the people that are bringing those challenges, right? There are several times that we encounter people bringing a lot of challenges to us, but we always attach the challenge to the people. Let's not do that, because it is only situational, right? Always try to segregate people and the situation, right? The moment you start to segregate both, you will be able to appreciate individuals as well. Because most of the times what happens, we also start to gain some grudge against that person the moment we attach people to the situation, right? Sometimes we may not even know the truth, but we always think, oh, this person only did that, this person only did that. So what happens, we are unconsciously developing an angst about that person, and which is actually going to create a lot of bad than good for your own body, right? In order to keep our own body healthy and our own mind healthy, it is very important that let's detach this and always look at it as, okay, this is person and this is the scenario. Okay, these are all the challenges that are coming towards me. Let's try and see. Let me try and see how to face those challenges and how to win over those challenges. And also, most importantly, people that you would like to thank every single day. In those, you definitely need to feature the people that bring challenges to you, right? Louis, he always says that it's very important that the moment you start to write down and thank those people, right, you will definitely see miracles happening in our lives, right? And the best part of the day, what has been the best part of the day? Maybe for one of you, it may be some gift that you got from your mom or somebody, or for somebody, it may even be, I'm so happy today. I don't know why. It can be that as well. Whatever it is, right? Whatever. Or you happen to eat your delicious food, something which you like very much. You like ice cream and you bought that and ate today. So that can be the best part of the day. Whatever, right? So start to write the gratitude journal every single day. The moment you start to write these things, you will automatically feel how refined you're becoming as a person, as an individual, how you're evolving. So I strongly recommend start to write gratitude journal. The next part is forgiveness. So most of us, right, I spoke about most of the times we attach challenges to people, and we always think that, oh, he's my enemy or she's my enemy because she keeps on bringing challenges to me. I think the more baggage we have, the more heavy we become, right? So when I say the more heavy we become, I'm not saying physically. I think mentally we need to get free. How do we get free mentally? By offloading all this, forgive people and move on, right? Most of the times in life, what happens? We keep carrying those little things, right? Oh, that day when I went to her house, she didn't smile at me. Or that day when I asked for help, she didn't help me. Or there are 1,000 reasons we will talk about by saying that, oh, I can never forgive her because when I asked for help, she never did it. Or she humiliated me in front of a lot of people. It's okay. I think we need to let go of things and say that I forgive this person and let's move on. If you think you want to really get liberated and become more successful in life, more powerful in your life, I think the most important thing that you'll have to do is forgive people and move on, right? So even you can start doing forgiveness journal, right? This is something that I have practiced in my life. Once what happened, I had to go for a counseling with one person, and I was talking about a lot of things which pained me, right? So one thing she said was, Vijay, one thing is you seem to have a lot of pain against these people, and write down the list of folks whom you think you need to forgive. So she said initially when she wrote her forgiveness list, people that she needs to forgive in her life, she initially thought it may be like 5, 10 people. But when she wrote down, she got a list of over 100 people. The same happened to me too. Right from my childhood, now I'm 45, right from my childhood, I may have had a lot of hard moments in my life. But most importantly, how I coped up and how I've come all the way here. And I think it's important that I need to forgive those people who brought in some, sadness or something very heavy on me. When I forgive people, I get light, right? So that's where I'm saying that it's very important that you write your feelings and say that I forgive you, and you write the name of the person, right? That is it's a very powerful exercise. In fact, when I started doing this, one of my friends who had not spoken to me for a long time, she came back and spoke to me, right? So a lot of miracles happen when we do this forgiveness journal as well, right? I want to play this video. It's Indra Nooyi, who was ex-CEO of PepsiCo, how she handled the challenges in her life.
Over my entire career, what I've been known for is making simple the complex, whatever the issue is. And if you give it to Indra, it will get addressed. I grew up in Madras, which was water-starved. All my life living there. We had water 2 or 3 hours every morning, and usually from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. And you found every pot and pan you could in the house, and you filled water. My sister and I were kids, and we were just a year apart. Every night at dinner table, my mother would ask us to write a speech about what we would do if we were president, or chief minister, or prime minister. Every day would be a different world leader she'd ask us to play. At the end of dinner, we had to give the speech, and she would decide who she was going to vote for. My paternal grandfather was a judge, very, very strong personality. He had this way of telling us that if you're given a job, do it well or don't do it at all. My batch was around 100 students, and I was only one amongst 5 or 6 women in my class. I think it's a lack of luxury which might have influenced a lot of my thinking. I don't care about the hours. I don't care about the hardship, because to me everything is a joy. I don't think women can have it all. I just don't think so. We have 2 daughters, and every day you have to make a decision on whether you are going to be a wife or a mother. Whatever happens, have a hip pocket skill. People should look at you and say, on this particular issue, the only person who can answer it or can contribute to it is Dan. Because if they know that you have a competence that nobody else has, you become more valuable. Please remain a lifelong student. Don't lose that curiosity. I said, I had great news for you. I've just been told that I'm going to be president of the board of directors, and all that you want me to do is to go out and get the milk. What kind of a mom are you? She said to me, let me explain something to you. You might be president of PepsiCo, you might be on the board of directors, but when you enter this house, you're the wife, you're the daughter-in-law, you're the mother, you're all of that. Nobody else can take that place. So leave that damn crown in the garage. Help others rise. Greatness comes not from a position, but from helping build the future. Whatever you do, throw yourself into it. Throw your head, heart, and hands into it. I look at my job not as a job. I look at it as a calling, as a passion.
This is all I have for you today. You can ask questions if you have. We can discuss. Do you have any questions? Am I audible to all of you?
Students, you can ask a question or put it in the chat box.
I was like you 23 years back. I can understand. But then the moment you start opening up is when you learn a lot of things. You don't have to be shy all the time. If we are going to be shy, we are going to be the losers. Remember that. Please open up. No question is a silly question. It can be as simple as which place you're from. It can be that also. Whatever you feel like asking, right? Do not worry about what others would think. Oh, if I ask this question, will others think differently about me? Do not have that confusion in your mind. Always remember one thing. You are unique. Each and every one of us, all of us are unique, and nobody can replace our place, right? So remember that. Any question that you feel like, please ask. Or you can even share feedback about this. I think I quickly took only 15-20 minutes, not much, although I was told half an hour. I thought I'll spend more time on questions and answers. That's why I wound up so fast.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, Shalini. I don't hear you well. Shalini, do you want to type on the chat box? I don't hear you well. Are you typing, Shalini?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, thanks. Others, in the meantime, if you want to ask questions, we can please go ahead and ask any question that you think that you want answered. Go ahead. Any kind of question. If I know, I will say, otherwise I'll say, I don't know. Okay. She's asking, what is the biggest hurdle that today's women face, right, to reach success? I must say information. According to me, it's information overload. Like I earlier said, information overload. We need to understand what is right, what is wrong. We need to make that decision in a very smart way. And most importantly, even while we are spending time, right, it's extremely important that we need to judiciously spend time. What is, classify your day into what is most important and urgent and less important and least urgent. Classify that and try and focus on the strong big ticket items which really contributes to your success. Write down, jot down the top 3 choices in your life. What are the top 3 goals in your life? Write it down. Your personal goals, your professional goals, and try and see, are you contributing to each one of the goal every single day? And put a score for yourself. Every month, where do you stand? Are you standing on 3 on 5, 4 on 5, or 5 on 5? Grade yourself, right? Nobody else is required to grade your progression. I think you need to grade yourself. The moment you grade yourself, that helps you a lot in terms of understanding where you stand. Did I answer your question, Shalini? Any other question? Nitya, do you want to ask a question? Thanks, Shalini. Any other question? How to motivate ourselves to overcome the fear as a woman, right? How do we motivate ourselves? I think one of the other things is also, I spoke about self-love, right? Self-appreciation. That's the best form of appreciation that I have ever felt. Because every single day, I talked about affirmations, right? That's more about self-appreciation, right? You need to, every single day, there are, so many statements that you can write to pep up, right? Every single day you can read those before you start your day. Start your day with those affirmations, and that's the best form of motivation. And I don't think we need to fear, because when you have this world filled with so many people, but you all have the opportunity to learn. And now the next step when you take in your life, why do you have to fear? When several other people in this country where hardly we have means around 70% of the people getting graduated, and in that you are one among them, you and I are one among them, and we should be proud of that. And we were able to go through that so successfully. Why not the other things, right? So the other thing that Kokila is asking is, share a women's empowerment moment that moment or movement? What are you asking? That inspired you. Kokila, can you be a little clearer? Are you asking the women who inspired me, or you're asking a movement? Kokila, are you asking the women who inspired me? If you ask me, the women that empowers me is those women that I played, plus definitely Louise Hay also. She's the author of the book Heal Your Life. I definitely start and end my day with her, because I used to, in front of my table, I have a lot of affirmations fixed, and I read those affirmations every single day. And I do this forgiveness and gratitude every single day. So that's what keeps me really motivated. And Preeti is asking, what tips would you like to give to the next generation of female leaders to increase their confidence level? Whatever I said right now, right since morning, we've been speaking about self-love, self-appreciation, forgiveness, and gratitude. So these are the 4 mantras, I must say, that will definitely boost our confidence, and we can achieve whatever we want in our life, right? How do you balance your work and life responsibilities? See, I must say there is nothing like work-life balance these days. It's more about work-life integration, right? It's come into the personal life. Now I'm sitting inside my bedroom and I'm speaking to you all, right? So, and you're all sitting at the comfort of your home, and you're sitting and listening to my talk. So that has become, it's become like a basic need these days. Once whatever is a luxury becomes a basic need. So it becomes, it is so convenient for us. But when you have passion, and when you are able to do things that you like, right, you will definitely see that this work-life integration is far, far more rewarding than thinking it as a pain. So that's precisely I said, even when we're going through challenges, always remember one thing. It is only to sharpen ourselves, to mold ourselves, to make us as a better human being. So the moment we think that the challenges or, I welcome all those challenges that come to me, that feeling if we get, then it becomes so simple. And when we become passionate about what we do, I think work life becomes so simple, right? Thank you for asking that question, Kavipriya. Any other question? Okay, I think then we are done. If there are no further questions, I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation that I had with you. I hope it, even if it has really reached two of you, and if two of you could change the way you're working today from what it is to how you want to be, that is so nice. Punita is asking another question. Punitavati says, how important is self-respect for women? Self-respect is definitely very important, right? It's respect itself is important. Self-respect, obviously, we would, if we are able to showcase whatever traits that we discussed, right? Obviously, we'll get self-respect anywhere we go. We don't have to attract to it. It'll automatically come. But most importantly, if we have to, if we really want it, we need to also live by it. If we live by it, it'll automatically fall in place. And even success, right? If we are able to follow these items, it's going to be a cakewalk for us. It is not going to be so difficult. So Vinodini is asking, one second. What progress have you seen on gender equality in your life and work? I must say, Vinodini, gender equality, right from the time I started my career up until now, there has been so many changes from the way the government is looking at it. But I must say that there is definitely a lot of progression. Now people respect the fact that women come forward to work. If you look at even in our company, the way where I work, there are only about 28 to 30% women. However, what happens is that we are respected for what we do, right? And most importantly, gender equality. Again, I must say that if instead of going and speaking about gender equality, we need to showcase ourselves as being gender neutral. Always it's not a competition between men and women, right? It's about how we bring in synergy, even in an organization or in our life, right? It's very important that I'm very proud that at least in my family, including my parents, my in-laws, my siblings, all of them, they are always proud that for what I do and what happens, and they do not speak bad about the fact that okay, you're born as a woman. No, I think gone are the days, right? And nobody today, people enjoy womanhood. We are becoming like a very unique gender these days. I see a lot of men these days not getting married, primarily because the number of opportunities, the competent women that they can look up for is very, very less. And there are a lot of unmarried men these days, right? So we should not become like extinct gender. We need to definitely see that how equally we are looked at from the standpoint of even the evolution, right? These days, I think one of the days where people used to say, female infanticide and all that was there. And now I think people are happy about the fact that, okay, I got a woman child and she's going to be my queen. That's how people look at it, right? I think that is the way we need to look at. But I don't think we need to, in a work environment or even at home, right? We don't have to always compete between, oh, you're this gender, I'm this gender. We don't have to look at it that way. But for your question, definitely it has seen a lot of progress. Even this policy on prevention of sexual harassment, right, which was introduced by the Indian government some 5 6 years back. I must say that it was initially targeted only for women. I must say it's a gender neutral policy. I've seen a lot of men also going through harassment at workplace. So it's very important that those policies have to be gender neutral. In a country like India, we still attach a lot of importance to women and women's safety. That's because we always think that women are less, we are deprived of things and stuff like that. And that's precisely why we are introducing policies especially targeted on women. Dharmipriya is asking, what do you think about the liberation of women in social life? In social life, I would say that I think there has been tremendous advancement from good old days, where now people have the power to make our own decision. All of you all, I'm sure you got the opportunity to come and study. You're all from Karur or maybe around Karur, right? So when your parents, I'm sure some of you are from even agricultural background and several other background, right? And I'm sure some of your parents, they may not have even gone to college, but they would have sent you. So you can understand from that stigma to today how much we are all advanced. And I'm sure each one of you at least have an Android phone, if not a laptop. So to that extent, we have come up so much in our social life. And then, so in that case, I must say that there has been so much of advancement. If you go drive on the road, this morning I was just going to drop my son, I could see half of the cars are driven by women these days. So, in fact, in Coimbatore, I live in Coimbatore, and there is a taxi called Women Taxi. It's driven by women drivers. That doesn't mean that they predominantly carry women passengers, but they are also open to carry men, right? So to that extent, I think there has been so much of advancement in our social life. Thanks, Dharmi, for asking that question. Any more questions? Okay, Vanita ma'am, I think we're done. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Over to Srimati.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of wisdom, and thanks for sharing your experience with us. Gratitude is the strongest of all human emotions. The more we express our gratitude for what we have, the more we receive. I would like to call upon Ms. Jennifer of first year MBA to express our gratitude through her vote of thanks. Over to Jennifer.
Happy morning, honorable person here. I deem it be a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's program on behalf of MKC family. I extend a very warmest gratitude to Chief Guest of today's program, Ms. Vijayalakshmi Subramaniam, Associate Vice President, Human Research at Payoda Technologies at Coimbatore. You learn more from failure than from success. I would like to thank Engineer Vijaya Ramakrishnan ma'am, Trustee at MKC. Valuable presence ma'am. Thank you ma'am. Above all, be the heroine of your life. I would like to thank Ms. Punitavati ma'am for making this program more valuable by her words. Chairperson of Women Healthcare and Personality Development Cell, HOD of IT Department at MKC. Knowing is not enough. We must applying this is not enough. We must do. I like to thank Dr. A. Sridevi ma'am of EC Department and Dr. P. Vanitha ma'am of MBA Department, members of Women's Healthcare and Personality Development Cell. Thank you, ma'am. Today's accomplishment were yesterday in process. My honorable thanks to HODs of all departments at MKC family. Thank you, sir and ma'am. I would like to express a profound gratitude of our faculty coordinators, Dr. A. Sridevi ma'am, EC department, and Dr. P. Vanitha ma'am, MBA department. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ma.
I would like to thank our entire faculty members of MKC for attending this program. Thank you all. Last but not least, I would like to thank all my friends for their cooperation for making this session a successful one. Thank you all. Finally, I leave you this inspiring quote. Develop an attitude for gratitude. Say thank you everyone you meet for everything they do for you. Thank you. Thanks all. Over to Srinadi.
Thank you, Jennifer. Normal humans never made history, so go crazy and outrageous to turn your dreams into plans and cans into cans. Thank you. Have an awesome day.